Era Game and her cohorts in New Babylon. Book 1, Jinx. Era Game and her cohorts in New Babylon. Book 1, Jinx.
No, page 19. Wow, that was easy, said Era. They had delivered the load and received the envelope of tax chips. We got to go back. They gave us too much, said Charlie, counting the chips. What? How much? Asked Mark. Here, you count. Here, you count them. She handed the envelope to Adam. They gave us twice. No way. We are rich. They said Jinx wants us to go home and come back in a couple days. They're gone by now, Mark said, and then laid out the options under his breast. You know what? They paid us for all of it, Era said. They were told to get out of town, and pretty much Era assured herself. It would be dangerous for a couple days, and Adam was going home with them to Charlie's glee. She's right. There's twice as much here. I hope that wasn't a mistake, Mark said. It wasn't. We gotta work, but I gotta make a quick stop, Era warned them as they sped down the deserted rural street. The scene of the crash had been cleared by the time Era and her cohorts returned. The bodies had been cleaned up and everything had returned to normal. They had a tail. Jinx soldiers were still shadowing them, making sure they made it back home with none the wiser, but they hadn't noticed them. Era had parked down the block and walked up to where they had almost hit the poor mother and her kids. After looking around, she spotted one of the children as she approached. Where's your mama, little one? The kid pointed towards the poke out, and Era said, Thank you. The poke was busy with kids and mothers who were cooking for the men who were still working. When they came home, there would be a giant meal which would feed 20 people, and then they would go to bed. Era spotted the mother who was peeling page 20. Era spotted the mother who was peeling big potatoes with a peeler knife. She was chatting busily with the other mother who was also peeling potatoes. The mother spotted Era and her eyes went wide.
Era Game and the cohorts in New Babylon. Book 1, Jinx.
No, page 19.